China is on another level. I think the fastest train in the UK maybe goes up to 100 kilometers an hour. But wow, we're currently traveling 275 kilometers per hour. Oh my God, King's Cross in London doesn't have anything on this. Welcome to Futian railway station in Shenzhen. I'm going to be taking a bullet train from Shenzhen to Guangzhou South railway station. And I'm going to be doing a little day trip in Guangzhou. And I'm going to be reviewing everything there is on the Chinese bullet train. First things first, let's see how we can buy a ticket. As you can see, in every Chinese railway station, especially international railway station, they are gigantic, literally the size of an airport terminal, this place. It is huge. As well as the metro stations, they are also massive. But I'm gonna go find where I need to go buy a ticket. These are just like airports as well. You have to show your passport, you have to get your bags scanned. So let's go and do that. As you can maybe see behind me, I had to go through airport style security and get my passport checked in this giant terminal. And I'm gonna be going into gate number 4. So to buy this ticket to Guangzhou, I just use Alipay. It's so easy once it's been set up, it all just works seamlessly. And it only cost me 200 Chinese yuan, which is 20 pounds, to go 110 kilometers on a high-speed bullet train in just 40 minutes. Also, that 20 pounds is first class. It was an extra 2 pounds to upgrade to first class. So if you want to take second class, it would only cost you around 16, 17 pounds return trip. And if you want to go one way, it's about 7, 8, 9 pounds, around that mark. So for 20 pounds for first class seats, I think it's a pretty good deal. So we are in carriage 8 in first class. I believe carriage 8 is this way. Made it to carriage 8. Wow, just look at the front of this train, it's like a bullet. Wow, look at that.
Please take all your baggage with you. The train will depart soon.
Just like that, we are off. So whilst we're on this first class seat, let's give you a quick tour of the chair. Down here we've got 2 types of plug sockets, both Chinese, European, and also a British one. Very interestingly to see. It's got a little seat, not a seat, a little thing to put your feet on if you would like. Guy keeps changing chairs for some reason. And it's got a little thing to put your food on, or your phone. It does also recline back as well. You just click that button and it goes back. You can plug your headphones in right there, and then you can watch that TV up there if you want to watch whatever's going on. And yeah, the cabin is really, really nice and luxurious. You can store your luggage up there as well. And then you have an amazing view of China. And in general, the seat, pretty comfortable, very comfortable. Going back to Shenzhen later today, I'm riding on the second class ticket because they didn't have any first class available, so I'm going to review that as well, so stick around to the end of the video to see the second class seat experience. Whilst we're on this train, let's do a toilet review, but first, just look at how fast we are currently going. So of course on all of these trains they have these hot water stations. It's really, really common to have hot water. I don't think there is actually any cold water on a lot of these trains. So, very nice and clean. As you can see here, sink, regular toilet, nothing too fancy, but everything you would expect. Let's go back to the seat. Wow, just look at how fast we are going. We're currently going 277 kilometers per hour right now. We're just watching these cities go by. Look at this. China is on another level. I think the fastest train in the UK maybe goes up to 100 kilometers an hour. The LNER service from London to Scotland or Cambridge, one of those. But wow, we're currently traveling, as you can see, 275 kilometers per hour. Wow. And we're getting up to 277 right there. 279. Are we going to make it to 300? So the area of rice fields outside Shenzhen and more of the agricultural stuff that is going on is probably more of a representation of how the majority of China is and lives. Not everything is technological, but they still use a lot of technology even out here. They still have full 5G, full 4G, basically everywhere you go, especially in these outside areas. Oh, wow, just look at these. I believe this is rice fields here, not too sure, and then maybe some industrial stuff going on. We now arrived in Guangzhou, just like that, in 43 minutes, 110 kilometers. Wow. Let's go. You can see many people getting off. 谢谢. Bye-bye. Wow, and just like that, we are in Guangzhou. But let me show you the front of this train. This is unbelievable. Wow, look at that bullet shape. I suppose they're shaped very similar to the ones in Japan and Korea. And it's not just that one, it is all of them as well. Just look at the size of this station. Oh my God, King's Cross in London doesn't have anything on this. This is as big. This station alone has to be as big as Heathrow Terminal 4. This is gigantic. Let's head into the city of Guangzhou. And we have arrived at Canton Tower. That was a very short journey, just a quick 25-minute metro train from Guangzhou South to Canton Tower. And we're going to go to the observation deck and check out the beautiful skyline of Guangzhou. The same rules apply here. You just use Alipay, scan, and go. This is actually the tallest tower in China at 600 exact meters. 1 more meter taller than the Ping An Finance Center that I went to earlier this week. But it's not classified as a building, it's classified as a tower. So it's not actually on the top 10 tallest buildings in the world because it's just an observation deck rather than apartments and offices. So before we go up there, I just wanted to quickly show you, this is inside of the train station itself. And basically they have these self-service machines. You just take Alipay, you scan the QR code there, you pay on your phone, and then you just take your bottle of water or whatever drink you want and then you go. The trust level in China is so good. So I've just stepped outside of the station and look at that. Look at the size of that tower, 600 meters tall. Wow. So we have made it to the tower passage after 2 separate identity checks for some reason. 150 yen for this ticket. Not too bad indeed, about £14 or so. So let's go to the top. Look. Wow. Look at that. Holy moly. We are currently 600 meters up right now on top of Guangzhou. This is a magnificent experience. If you're ever in Guangzhou, I would recommend doing this. This is amazing. Wow, look at these towers. Look at these towers over here. Over there, I think, is the CTF Finance Tower, which is the 6th or 7th tallest tower in the world. And then the IFC, which is number 10 or 12, something like that. Just look at how built up Guangzhou is. It just stretches for miles and miles and miles. So there's even more upstairs. Let's check it out. So if you come here as well, you can experience the glass floor. Fuck, this one feels a bit weird. Wow. That is crazy. Yeah. Safe? Safe. Safe? Yeah. But it's time to head down and go to the floor of Guangzhou and experience the few hours that I have here. So I've just come into this restaurant nearby and I've gotten myself 6 barbecue bao bun at only £2 each for 3, so less than £1 a piece. I thought, yeah, why not? Let's get 6. This is a nice little lunch. I'm gonna eat this and then go explore Guangzhou. So some more food. All of the rest of my food just arrived. You can see I got myself a lemon Coke, some chicken spring rolls and some soy sauce over there. Let's give some Guangzhou food a go. Oh my god. That is so good. Let me show you the inside here. You can see it's full of like this sweet, tangy barbecue pork, and then on the top it's so crispy. So fragrant, so light. And they've got these little jelly cube things. I don't know what they are. They smell almost like licorice. And I'm probably not going to eat those, but wow. This is the best barbecue pork bun I've ever had in my life. 10 out of 10. Now I'm going to try these chicken spring rolls. Take a look at the golden brownness on these. Oh my god, they are so good. Let's take a bite. As you can see on the inside of these, if the camera will focus, as you can see there's shredded chicken on the inside and it's crispy, golden, flaky. Wow. So that was an amazing meal. I've just come outside. As you can see, I'm right in front of the tower that we just went up. I've just ordered a DD. I'm gonna go get collected over there and we're heading over to the Guangzhou Finance Center. And just as quick as that, we have made it to the Guangzhou International Finance Center. Just take a look at the size of that building, look at the glass. And then the one just next to it is the CTF Finance Center. This place is just absolutely massive. In comparison to London, even this other city outside of Shenzhen, that the majority of people in the West would have probably never heard of, is just gigantic and beautiful. Both Shenzhen and Guangzhou so far is just amazing. First, let's go and get some coffee. So I have come to this store, Coffeeology, and I've gotten myself a Basque cheesecake and an iced latte as well. Wow, let's give this Basque cheesecake a try. Take a look at that. It literally looks like plastic on top. It is so. Wow. That's got to be one of the best Basque cheesecakes I've ever had in my life. And the coffee is excellent. That was absolutely delicious. And I've just come to the square here in Guangzhou. This square that you can just see the view of every single building. Here, right in the middle. And just off in the distance is the Canton Tower. So I have come to Tianhe Road. This is one of the biggest electronics market in Guangzhou because I need to buy a new SD card. And let's take a little look around. Wow, they are literally just selling absolutely everything in this one. This place is much different to the one in Shenzhen. This is all old stuff that is being taken apart. You can buy everything here. CPU parts, old computers, phones. Wow, this is incredible. The amount of stuff that you can buy here. They just have absolutely everything. HP. Let's go and find an SD card. You can just find just about anything in these stores here. They sell every cable you can think of, every charger, any PC case, any PC accessory, parts. Yeah, it's truly amazing. But they only seem to have these Chinese SD cards. I want the SanDisk one. It's actually slightly difficult to find that for some reason, even in a place like this. Let's keep looking.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just managed to make a sale for SD card and got my cash back.
No.
So I managed to pick up another 128 gigabyte SD card, a SanDisk one as well. It is a very good one. You can pick up the cheaper ones for way cheaper, for like £1 or £2. This is the golden one that has the faster speed and looks like it's working very well. I picked that up for 80 yuan, which is £8. I think it's really good. I did go to a couple of other people. I went to 3 different stores. One of them tried to charge me 150 yuan, which is £15. On Amazon in the UK, I can buy it for £14, so I'm not going to be spending more whilst I'm here at the place where it's made. Another place charged me 100, and then the final place, it looked like the lady actually gave me a fair price at 80 yuan. And I did try to get her down to 70 yuan, but she said no. I think that's like the bottom price they can really sell them for to even get a profit. But overall, I think it's a good trip. Wow, I can say that this part of China reminds me more of Vietnam. People riding bikes everywhere down the tiny little back alleys and selling cooked food on the side, as you can see here. Guangzhou is a lot more busy and hectic than Shenzhen. It seems like I might be in the old part, but this is really interesting to see. One of the things that I can smell is cigarette smoke. Everyone here is smoking cigarettes. We've nearly tripped over there. But it's a stark contrast to Shenzhen, where I see only a few people smoking cigarettes, but lots of vapes. But here, the smell of cigarettes is just in the air. In and amongst all of this technology as well, there is a giant food court right next to it, with selling absolutely everything you can think of. And of course, more Luckin coffee. China's coffee brand. This place is called Maximus, and it seems to be you can get coffees and teas, ice creams, and like some low quality fried chicken for a lot cheaper than Starbucks, even cheaper than Luckin as well. Is 9 yuan for an iced coffee, which is about 90 pence for an iced coffee. And if you get one of the juice drinks, like the ones that you stab the top, either boba or just like the blended juices that they sell, it's even less. It's like 6 yuan, which is about 60p. It's absolutely crazy how cheap China still is. So I'm currently at Guangzhou South Railway Station, as you can see behind me. I'm about to head back to Shenzhen right now. I have about half an hour wait until my train, but I just wanted to come out and admire how huge this train station is. This literally looks like an airport. You can't even see the rest of it around there. This part of Guangzhou seems to be up and coming. There is lots of buildings being built over there, as you can see. I think that's probably more apartments and offices. But just over there in the distance, I can see a statue of someone. So I'm not really too sure who this is, as the placard is in Chinese. But just look at this space that they've built, and there's no one here. You can see off in the distance over there as well, maybe some of the flashing lights. And that's just very common in China. What I've noticed is there is a huge police presence here. And I don't really know what they're policing, because I haven't seen any crime happening. I haven't seen anything bad going on. But maybe the sheer presence of all of this policing just puts people off of doing any crime. If you're from China and you know why there is so much police presence, let me know down in the comments below, because I'd love to know why. But to be honest, I think we need more of this in the UK. We need more of a police presence just like this in the UK, because just the people being on board the trains and the policemen being inside of the station, I think in the UK would deter people from committing any, very petty crimes. So we're going to be heading into the railway station and getting on a second class ticket, which is different to the one I took this morning of the first class. And we're going to compare the two and see if just the £2 upgrade to first class is worth it or not. Again, another 110 kilometers in just 38 minutes. Let's go inside. Coming inside of here, just again, the sheer scale of this place is just unbelievable. It is literally the size of an airport in here. So we've come upstairs, and even up here is even larger. But we need to check in through the security. In the UK, smoking is banned pretty much everywhere, even in outside places. But right here, smoking is completely fine. And our train has just arrived. So we are in seat So far, second class is not too bad. You can see here, similar type of thing, tray, and the seat is not too bad, to be honest. You can see just a regular seat. The configuration is 3-2. In the first class it was 2-2. But for an extra £2, I think going first class is probably just a little bit better. A little bit more comfortable and way more legroom than the second class ticket. But to be honest, going 282 kilometers an hour across China for £8, there's nothing really to complain about. And just like that, very efficient, we are off. We are up to 290 kilometers per hour already. We are just zooming past 乌龙桥。So just as quick as that, I am back in Shenzhen in 38 minutes. But that is the end of this video today. If you do want to check out any more of my China videos, then please click the link in the description. And make sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you did like as well. And I'll catch you in the next one.
关注我，看尽国外热门视频。